This is ANN News Brief.
Tanzanian authorities have confirmed a 5.5 magnitude earthquake that hit 30 kilometers west of Mpada city in the western Katavi region of the country. The tremor rumbled just past 2 a.m. local time. A local journalist says no destruction has so far been reported in the rural and sparsely populated area. Pope Francis has arrived in Mauritius on the final stop of his three-nation tour of southern Africa. Thousands of people flocked to the capital, Port Louis, to catch a glimpse of the leader of the Catholic Church. The Pope was met by Prime Minister Pravin Kumar Jugnauth, who had earlier said the Pope would find a model of pluralism in the country he called a melting point of religious and ethnic groups. Mauritius is predominantly Hindu, but about a third of the population is Christian, mostly Catholic, and some 17% are Muslims. Bishop of Port Louis had told the media Pope Francis' visit is not to Catholics, but to the people of Mauritius in all its religious diversity. In Madagascar on Sunday, the Pope issued a stinging denunciation of the country's failure to tackle environmental problems and inequality. We'll be back after this break.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Sunday saw fresh protests in Johannesburg as armed South Africans chanted xenophobic phrases demanding that foreigners leave the country. The protesters were said to have initially gathered to listen to an address by former leader of the Inkatha Freedom Party, Mangosuthu Buthelezi, but they soon started chanting foreigners must go back to where they came from. There were reports that the protests had led to fresh violence and that it had spread to other areas in the city. Buthelezi told the protesters their actions could turn South Africa into a pariah state. He also recalled the parts played by African countries in South Africa's liberation from white oppression. He told the crowd those countries should not be repaid with violence. That's ANN News Brief. Join us again at 5 for our full newscast. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.